Hey guys, you're probably wondering why I'm sitting on the floor. Because everything must be secretive. Because I'm telling you top secret information about what you need to know about roommates. Roommates, there's two categories for roommates. There's you are best friends for the rest of your life because you room together and you understand each other and it's great. Or there's you don't talk to them. If you see them, you get like an awkward smile and wave. You might have a small conversation, and that's about it. And it's because of the fact that you're living with people that kind of makes that a thing. You now know their idiosyncrasies. You know how they function and how they are in the morning, how they are getting ready, all that. You know a lot more about the person than you did before. First thing to remember, it's not always a good idea to room with friends. You may be great friends, but you might not be great roomies because you guys need to make sure you guys match pretty well. Another thing about roomies is that you guys' time schedules might be a little different. So one might be getting up really early, the other might not. And you just need to keep in mind that just because the other person's not getting up early doesn't mean that, they didn't stay up later so they could do more stuff. And so there's no reason to get angry at them for sleeping in or, being really rude about it. Or like if they say they're gonna get up at a certain time and they don't, and they text you or email you, whatever, tell you in some manner, fashion that they aren't feeling well and that's why. In the throw fit about it. Make sure communication. I guess that's the main thing I'm going for. Communication is very important because it makes it easier to function as a whole together. While if you don't communicate, you're just circling around each other. So people's feelings are hurt, but no one's saying anything because no one wants to make it waves. And you don't want to make waves. You don't want to make people feel bad for saying something or doing something or feeling something, But if you don't communicate, no one's gonna know what's going on. And so things just kind of build and everything can kind of turn ugly if you don't say anything. So, communication. The thing what I was saying with the sleep schedules, make sure everyone understands the sleep schedules. And, as soon as like sleep schedules are figured out and everything, there's no reason to get angry about it. Because once everyone has that sleep schedule because of their classes or how they function, whatever. But there's no reason to like get mad at them for sleeping in because they can and you can't. That's not really a fair thing. Roomies have their own taste in things. I'm not gonna go around showing you my room because the fact that I don't have my roommate's permission, but my closet, you can see, like I'm on the floor, you can see I have like drawings that I've done, and I have, quotes, and you can see at their sides, they don't have much. At the bottom parts, they have some stuff up there, as you saw when I tilted the screen. But it's not as elaborate, but everyone has their own kind of style, and everyone has a variant of stuff. So depending on how much stuff someone has, everyone needs to be understanding of space, that everyone wants their personal touch in here, in your room, because it's your room as much as their room. It must be an understanding thing, make sure everyone knows that they all get their own little space, because otherwise people feel left out a little. Like you can each have a desk, and that's great. You'll have your own stylized desk, you each have your own stylized closet, but there's the rest of the room with walls and stuff. And so you gotta make sure you guys have like maybe a conversation or an understanding that my poster is gonna go here. You can put your poster there. This will happen here. Whatever. You gotta make sure that's figured out because it can get stressful trying to decorate the room and someone's like, I don't like that, but I like that. And giant chaos ensues. That's the main thing is communication. Make sure you talk with your roommates. If something's wrong, tell them. My next thing, I guess, would be friendly. Don't make sure everyone's in the loop. You know, going back to communication. I guess understanding is the other thing that I mentioned earlier. Be understanding that people sleep at different times, so we'll be in the room at different times, or you know, may go out partying for no reason. You know, yeah, you might want to have a conversation about that before you go out partying, but I'm just saying, understanding, be understanding. Oh, another thing, don't snap at your roommates. Okay, there's this whole thing where you just cannot snap at your roommates because you're living with this person. It's not like you can walk away from them. They basically will follow you. Because you'll be like, oh, I'm pissed off at this person, my roommate, let me go in my room. Eventually they have to come in the room too. So, you know, don't snap at them. If you're upset with them, tell them, but don't start snapping at people. You know, you make sure if you do snap at them, apologize. Make sure all of that's good. Because they're gonna follow you, basically. You have basically 2 stalkers, or 3 stalkers, depending on what your situation is. Or just one. You may have one. Living with you. Like, you are being stalked non-stop. And you'll have to live with that. Those are my roomie tips. That's what's going on in my life is roommates. I didn't have one last year, if you couldn't tell. And so it's a little different because I was so used to just living by myself. And in my freshman year, I only had one roommate, and we kind of went into that zone of we'll awkwardly talk to each other every so often. But yeah, and you know, my roommates right now are friends, which I hope work out because I've had a lot of other friends tell me that they had roommates and they were all friends, and they're not so much anymore. That's how it goes. Hopefully that doesn't happen. You know, communication's not the strong suit in my room, but hopefully that changes. You know, it's only been a couple weeks, so hopefully we'll just progressively grow. I won't hate each other. That's my goal. Otherwise, yep, that's the excitingness of my life right now is roommate stuff and homework. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and if you have any of your own roommate stuff, tips you want to add, go ahead and leave a comment below. I do have my normal channel that posts Mondays. This channel just posts whenever. So I do have that normal channel. So go ahead and go over there and look at the latest video. The link for that's below. I have all my social media. So you guys can be my stalkers too. Those are all below. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Love you guys.